What's good, guys? Now, I know there's a lot of confusion about how 2 light side characters and 3 dark side characters are going to be used in order to unlock Darth Revan. Well, considering I'm the biggest Knights of the Old Republic fan in the Gamechanger program, I'm here to break it down. So a lot of people are speculating that the team we'll be using for this event include the recently farmable light side characters Juhani and Carthanasi, as well as dark side characters Canderous, Ordo and Bastila Fallen, along with the reworked HK-47. However, there's an awful lot of confusion from people that haven't played the Knights of the Old Republic games. I mean, 2 of those characters are light side, 3 of them are dark side, so how is this supposed to work? We've never had an event like this before. However, they all have the Old Republic tag, they're all a part of Revan's faction. Now, there's going to be some spoilers in this video, so if you've not played Knights of the Old Republic and don't want this spoiled, and somehow have avoided all spoilers up to now, you might want to skip this video. Now, you can be forgiven for being confused based on the event that we had in the game to unlock Jedi Knight Revan. As in all the stages of the event, Revan isn't even aware of who he even is yet. He doesn't have that look until the end of the game, and the event doesn't even get to that point. In fact, I can only assume they stopped the event in the bizarre place they did was because they just hadn't got around to creating Darth Malak yet. It just felt really weird to not even cover half of the game's events, or even get remotely close to where Revan redeemed himself, getting the look and the Jedi Knight tag back. While completely unaware of who he even is while on his quest to bring down Darth Malak, he recruits a variety of allies including all of the light side and dark side Old Republic characters that we have in the game. In fact, all of them except Bastila Fallen work together, but we'll get to her later. So where's the synergy coming from, you ask? Well, I'd guess we'll either have Carthanasi lead, as he can lead Old Republic characters, or we'll be given an event Jedi Knight Revan in one of the later stages. HK-47 will get the tag as part of his rework, otherwise it'd be one of the most baffling exclusions in the entire game. CG have said the Old Republic tag is for Revan's faction and not the era, so it'd make no sense if HK didn't get it when he's Revan's personal assassin droid, whether he's Sith or Jedi. Right, now to confuse people who haven't played the Knights of the Old Republic game. I suspect we won't be unlocking the real Darth Revan from before the events of KOTOR. In fact, we'll instead be unlocking the non-canon, even when Revan was canon, Darkside ending version of Darth Revan, when he had Bastila Fallen as his apprentice instead of Darth Malak. I can just tell that people that haven't played the game are sat there, plain expression, absolutely baffled about what I just said. But yeah, that's right. You see, Revan was a Jedi, then he fell to the dark side with his friend Malak, who then became his apprentice. He then fought Bastila, who captured him. He lost his memory, so she trained him again as a Jedi. Then he learned who he was and redeemed himself, defeating his former apprentice and now Sith Lord Darth Malak. I know that's a lot to take in if you've not played the game. If you're like me and you played the game back when it released and have played it like a billion times since, and it was likely your way into the Star Wars universe as it was mine, then you get it. But if you've never played the game before and this is the first time taking all of this in, then I do apologize. You see, that is the Jedi Knight Revan that we have unlocked, the one who wasn't actually really a Jedi as he refused to continue his training after KOTOR due to his grey beliefs. He then married Bastila, but still had a light side morality. The Jedi didn't want to lose their symbol and Republic hero, so despite many wanting to banish him, he was given the Jedi Master rank in exchange for not spreading the word about his beliefs, despite Bastila objecting to the gag order that came with the title. So how will the event work? Well, I think the team prediction is right. That's kind of what I've gone for. That's what I've been working on myself. Didn't mean to flick this everywhere just then. And the team will work through with Carthanasi as leader or whatever. We'll go through the usual rounds, the usual phases with no real difficulty, nothing substantial, until we get to the point in KOTOR where Bastila has fallen. At this point, this is likely when we're going to get the chance to actually use the event Darth Revan. He'll no doubt join the team, and from that point he'll likely team up with Bastila Fallen to continue on and finish up the event. I wouldn't be surprised if they squeeze Canderous and HK into the final round. They're both Darkside characters. They're also characters that I've speculated will work very, very well with Revan, considering their kits are all kind of built around Marked, and we're expecting HK to get Death Mark as well. Although from the point he falls, I hardly doubt we'll see Carth or Juhani even required anymore, because they don't actually follow Revan once he returns to the dark side. So some people have asked me if I think Darth Malak will actually be the end boss to this event. Malak wasn't part whatsoever of the Lightside event, which is actually where he should have been, because you actually have to face Malak to redeem yourself and, become the Lightside Revan. However, for the Darkside one, I don't think we really need Darth Malak to be part of it. Revan actually falls prior to facing Malak after a conversation with Bastila. Revan has a showdown with her. She's adamant that with her Sith powers she's now stronger, and when you beat her, you can return to the dark side and convince her to join you as your apprentice. Together you'll go on to face Darth Malak and so on, but he's not actually essential to be in this event because, as I've said, he doesn't really factor into Revan's fall. This is not going to be the proper Darth Revan because none of the characters are actually in the game to connect to him. We don't have the original actual Jedi Revan to fall. We don't have his friend Malak to fall with him and become his apprentice. We don't have any of the other characters that have ever faced him as the actual Darth Revan except Bastila. So the characters that we're predicted to use, which we're most likely going to use because the others don't exist in the game, are all characters from the non-canon Darkside ending. This isn't to say that Darth Malak won't arrive at some point and have a synergy with Darth Revan. I suspect we'll probably see some sort of special marquee, maybe even a legendary event at a later date. While Revan is being given his light side and dark side ending characters, Malak will likely just get the one covering both his time as Revan's apprentice and when he ruled as Sith Lord. I mean, the gap between the two wasn't particularly big anyway to warrant additional characters. Giving him a synergy with Darth Revan would make for a decent investment for those who spend a fortune on the game. And it would appeal to KOTOR fans like myself who would love the option to have Darth Malak fight against Jedi Revan, or have him team with Bastila Fallen, Canderous and HK-47 under Darth Revan's lead. There's just too much money in Malak to leave him out entirely. He is an incredibly popular character and one of the more popular ones that is still not an option to play with in Galaxy of Heroes. I'm really hoping that we will see him at the end of the event as a sort of teaser to his future arrival, but considering he was left out of the event that his appearance was actually critical to, I'm not going to hold my breath on this one. So when is HK going to be due? Well, without a doubt, HK-47's rework has to be due any day now. I'd imagine we'll get our hands on the info sometime late next week, if not actually have our hands on a brand new tuned up meatbag killer already by then. Leaving him out of Darth Revan's event wouldn't make any sense at all. We already have serious panic farms in Karth and Juhani, on top of Dark Bastila who just drops horrendously, at least for me. So I'm positive he will be the final member of the team and will be ready shortly. Not only do I expect he'll be a key member of the Old Republic team, but I'm actually hoping he's going to give the droid teams more options after General Grievous's rework. Many people already claim he is the better leader for the new droids, and that's with his kit as it currently stands, let alone after a retune due to all the mechanics and bringing him closer to the present power curve. You guys all know I'm a massive fan of HK, so I'm really hoping he's not going to let me down in the way that I felt let down by Grievous. So what does this mean for the meta? Well, unquestionably we're staring down the barrel of a new one, and one that is going to frustrate a lot of players who have only just caught back up. All those months behind in Arena Crystal income mean the other players and the whales will likely be ready and have the stockpiles to panic farm at the end if need be. I'm going to feel this myself, because missing Jedi Revan the first time hurt me massively, and looking at my account, I'm totally screwed being a player who has spent a whopping £1.99 of my ad revenue on my account in the last 14 months. There really isn't much I can do other than pray to our Jesus that I'm actually going to get great drop rates, and as it stands, it's really not going too well for me. Based on previous marquee release dates and the first Revan arrival, most predictions are placing Darth Revan's arrival in mid-March. So little short of a lottery win, I'll be finding an anti-meta once again. If you hate KOTOR and their dominance in the game lately, you'll be glad to hear that outside of Malak and his apprentice Darth Bandon, this is the end of their invasion. I mean, there is only Saw Karaf who's commander of Malak's capital ship, and I highly doubt he'll be coming to the game if Hux still isn't here. So it's good times for you, at least until all the good guys who battled Trey, Sion and Nihilus arrive from KOTOR 2. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'm pretty excited for this, and at the same time I'm incredibly nervous about a new meta, particularly a new meta that again I will be behind on. But That's what my channel's built on, finding these anti-meta teams, so let's hope we can figure one out quick enough to actually remain relevant in Arena. Feel free to like and subscribe and tip the bell icon to get notifications of all my videos and when I go live with streams. And until next time, guys, we out of here.